Okay, so I know my videos are mainly about games, but I wanted to do a video about something I've been thinking a lot about lately, which is if you do watch WWE, you would have noticed the past 3 weeks they've been doing a little promo. Well, it's a little teaser promo. A YouTube channel pops up in the corner, and if you go to that, you'll see a video, and it's called It Begins 2012, and there's been three of them so far, and it's obviously speculation to someone's return, and I just wanted to give you my thoughts on it. Because I think after reading a few forums, YouTube comments, things like that, I think there's probably about 4 or 5 contenders. The big two are Chris Jericho and Undertaker. They're the big rumoured returns. Obviously, Undertaker, people are expecting him back soon to build up for his WrestleMania match if he's going to have one in 2012. Chris Jericho is probably the second biggest rumour going round. There's also been Karma mentioned, Karma's return, because she went because I think she was pregnant, but I still think it's a bit too soon for her to be returning, so I don't think it's Karma. I've heard Batista going round, but I don't think if you've seen the videos, they don't match Batista's style at all, I don't think. And there's a few other names going around, but those are the main big ones. But personally, I think it's Chris Jericho. I didn't personally know this, but I read on a few forums that the words that the little boy is, because all the videos are based around a little boy sat in a classroom, kind of writing things or drawing things in a notebook in an empty classroom. You get these like scary images of like a swinging on its own, a ball going across a field on its own, things like that, and it's got eerie music in the background, but it's just this boy reciting what sounds like Bible verses. And I've heard that the verses that he recites are from like the Jericho portion of the Bible. I don't know much about it at all, but that's just what I've read, and that is a good sign that it could be him. Also, what personally gave me the opinion that it's going to be Chris Jericho's in the third one, the latest one that we've seen, is when the little girl appears. And in the 3 videos, the boy says, I can't remember where it was, the world as you know it will come to an end. And obviously, you would know that CM Punk at the moment, his kind of gimmick is being called the best in the world. And obviously, when Chris Jericho was here a few years ago, he was calling himself the best in the world. So if we know if we are seeing the WWE with CM Punk saying he's the best in the world, obviously this promo saying the world as you know it will come to an end could mean that Chris Jericho could be returning to feud with Punk at all. That's what I'm hoping for. I'd love to see a Chris Jericho CM Punk feud, because they're great superstars. They're both great on the mic. They do great promos, and they're great in-ring wrestlers as well. I'd love to see a feud between those. Yeah, but like I said, the third one does help prove that it could be Chris Jericho for me, because of the little girl that appears, and the little girl kind of she doesn't interact with the boy. One moment she's looking over his shoulder as if to look like she's kind of copying his notes, what he's noting down in the book. And there's one moment when the boy's standing in the corner on his own, and she goes over and kind of like leans in. It's almost as if she doesn't know what to do. She's always following the boy to see what he's doing and copying him. And that could be seen as CM Punk is copying Chris Jericho, like copying the way he called himself the best in the world, copying his in-ring style, things like that. And yeah, I really could see it building up to a good feud if it is Chris Jericho's return. I have heard as well though that the reason they're not giving too much away at the moment is because they've got it balanced between Chris Jericho and Undertaker. Undertaker's return, so the promo could be for either of them, because as I heard that Chris Jericho hasn't signed a contract with WWE yet, but there's rumours that he's going to. I've heard a possible rumour that he could be returning at the Royal Rumble and then win the Rumble and then go on to have a title match with Punk at WrestleMania. That's just a rumour though. But yeah, and like on the other hand, if that doesn't work out, if Jericho doesn't sign the contract, it could be used as Undertaker's return, because obviously it has that scary feel, and people are expecting Undertaker's return. Whether he will return this year or not, I don't know. But yeah, you could use it for either. But I'd say it's strongly leaning towards Chris Jericho, and just my personal opinion. And that's what I'd like as well. I'd like it to be Chris Jericho, because I did like wrestling, but then I faded out of it, and now I've only just got back in it the last year, and obviously in the last year or so, Chris Jericho hasn't been in it. So I'd like to see him back again, because he is a great wrestler. He's from the Attitude Era, all WCW. He's got the good past of it. He's a great wrestler, and I'd love to see him back with a feud with Punk. So yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Obviously, each week on Raw we're getting a new promo, so I'll see if I'll try and keep up these videos, giving you my thoughts, because it is turning out to be quite an interesting topic. There's a lot of videos going around for it. So yeah, I'd like to get your thoughts on what you think what you think the promo's for, what sort of images in the videos itself, what they describe to you. I'll leave all 3 links to the videos in the description if you want to check them out again. But yeah, that was all I wanted to talk about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.